miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, these two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. From the 30 on second down, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Winston. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down.
Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
To David Montgomery.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football,
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The tackle.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Play action now, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
The 47-yard line.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. Third down here.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Wilson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Jamonte Casey on the coverage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, Carter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Mostert. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 38, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's taken down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he stopped immediately there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
The kick is
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
47-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
By the Seahawks.
They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action with Wilson. pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
He's got it at the 15. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 33 yards that time.
And the Seahawks first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
We dominate today.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. Winston now. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Again, it's Winston. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Wants a look to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep body.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
On 1st and 10, Winston. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Niners 24, Seahawks 14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Wants to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Niners 31, Seahawks 14. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll begin the drive with Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Javon Kinlaw in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
3rd and long.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Here's Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal. At the 4.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They run again with Carson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
The kick is good.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Winston's pass.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time to...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10.
That one goes for 36 yards. Back to the running game with Mostert. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first down, Carson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Following the interception, Winston. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Winston. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Niners 38. Seahawks.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Niners 38. Seahawks 28. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The tackle.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Niners on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
This is 3rd down.
Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Today's final score, Niners.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for San Francisco, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.